Welcome, Necromancy Made Easy. I'm Micah. That's
Aaron. I'm Aaron. We are going to play Walk the Plank by Mayday Games.
So, these guys actually came before Collins, didn't
Yeah. Well, no, the guy who actually made this. So Mayday Games is not from Fort Collins.
Right.
But Shane Steely and Jared Tinney are from the area.
Yeah,
so
cool.
One's, at least he lives here. The other lives in Berthoud. So, but yeah, it's a local game for us.
Sweet.
But the idea behind this game is it's a short game, play 15, 30 minutes pretty easily, typically. And the idea is you are the worst pirates on the ship. The captain has declared he will let 2 pirates of any of these survive, so it can be 2 players that win. And the idea of the game is you take your deck of cards that you've got, you pick 3 cards, and we'll throw these out here so you can see them. Boom, 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 and that's not helpful. But you pick out 3 cards, you play them face down, everyone does, and then you go in order, everyone plays 1 card, you do the actions the card says, and then the next person plays their second card, and then you do it again with all 3. So it's basically you organize 3 cards that you intend to play out those turns, and hope everyone else plays something that's beneficial.
So you don't shove yourself off.
Right, because there are cards that will let you grab your own pirates and throw them into the water, or you cut the plank out from underneath you. I mean, you end up throwing your own people in more often than you should, but it's funny. The idea is just, it's a quick game. There's a little bit of strategy, but it's fun, and generally that's the approach you want to take, is just goof around.
How do you decide who shoves, who does the stuff?
So there's a couple rules with the cards in general. And your deck of cards will actually all be of your color. Obviously, has your pirate on here. So you can see, if I play this card, blue pirate does something. So you can see that little blue pirate down there. And this card has a couple rules to it that are most of the rules to the cards in the games, honestly, is if you have a card with this little skull right there, that card can only be played every other turn. So if you put it out in your 3, the next turn, you have to sit that one out up here before you pick your 3 cards. And then it comes back in the turn after. So these are 1 every other turn. But this one, it shows, this is shove anyone. So if we're all here on the deck, and I play a shove anyone, so since everyone's here, I'm blue, I could shove myself, but I could also take this, as it shows, blue pirate pushes 1 person forward of whatever. So, boom, like that. I can shove that. If we're both here, like we've got 3 pirates like that, I could, again, shove green. But if it's just myself, I have to shove my own pirate. So you have to do the action if possible. There are other cards that...
You couldn't have like one of your back pirates shove someone?
Only if they're on the same space. So if we're up here like this, and I've still got one here, I can shove this one. But I have to be on the space that it shows.
So is this all considered one space?
Yes.
Okay.
So this is the pirate ship. This is the sea monster that you're trying to not fall into. So yes, it's all one space. You have cards like this, which is similar to the shove anyone. It's shove right. That means I shove the player to my right. So he has to have a pirate on the same space that one of my pirates is on.
So it may not happen come your turn.
Right. So if he and I are out here like this, and pretend none of these are here, and I play the shove any or shove right, since he's there, I can shove him. If it was this situation, my pirate does nothing. If it's this situation where you are my player to the left, nothing happens. And then there's other cards that are like Drag to Sea is another good example. It shows you can take your pirate and one other and drag them 1 space. So when I'm here, I take both of these and move them forward.
Right.
That card is dangerous if this situation happens here.
Because then you're dragging yourself 1 step.
Yes. And I've had situations where it was my last 2 pirates. The person before me played Retract the Plank, which
cuts off,
removes a piece.
Yep.
And then my Drag to Sea came, and both of my pirates jumped in the water. I lost the game. So that's kind of how the game plays, though. Really, you do exactly what the picture of the card shows. And you have to do it if possible. So if you don't want to because it's your own guy, you don't have a choice. That was the decision you made earlier. And that's the point. You're supposed to laugh. It's supposed to be a quick game. There's one other rule to the cards. There is the charge card, which looks like this. And the rules on this one, there's this little bit right here where it shows 3 cards, 1 crossed out. If you can see that. What that means is if this card is played first in your row, it doesn't do anything. So it has to be your second or third for it to be effective. And what that card does is if we're here like, let's throw some out here like this. If I play charge, my blue one moves forward 1, like this is showing, 1 space, and then I push someone that's on that space 1 space.
Right.
Again, that's any pirate that's on that space. So if my own are there, I shove my own. If it's the only one there. Obviously it'd be stupid to do that. But, so that's general idea of the game. Questions? Okay. Does that mean we should just play?
I say we play.
Okay.
So I get to pick 3 cards?
You pick 3 cards. The first player gets the captain's favor. So I'm going to start with the captain's favor. Play goes clockwise. Captain's favor gets passed counterclockwise at the end of the turn. So the last player always goes first the next turn.
Are there more planks?
No. There's always a maximum of 3, and you can never reduce it past the last one. So there's always 1 plank there. So. Boom.
So we actually have to decide our order now?
Yes.
Okay.
So this is, I don't know if it's the proper term, but it's kind of a programming game where you actually program out your
Right.
turn order. So, okay, we're all good?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, first card, shove right. Green is to my right, so I shove one of his. And then it goes to Micah.
Okay. Micah says, retract the plank!
Monster scoots forward.
I also say
Retract the plank!
Shove left.
Yay!
Micah.
So it's my turn?
Yes.
Drag to sea!
You didn't have to do that one.
He doesn't have to. He could have done this.
But
and
I
the
want
walk
to.
forward one. It's funnier.
For
You
shove anyone.
That's unfortunate. Cha!
But
So when you play charge,
charge!
You have to move forward one?
for every person,
No. So, like he just did, he charged and knocked my second one in. So let's replay that one.
so everything in front of you.
No, it's just one. Just one. So the card shows 1 pirate moving forward, 1 pirate getting knocked forward one. So the idea here is I did mine and knocked. So I charged, boom, 1 guy went for 1 space, only one on that had to get knocked in. Then he charged and did the same thing. Yay!
So now it's your turn.
I don't want to die. I'm already at the beginning.
Yeah, and so that one is you can run back 2 spaces, 1 or 2 spaces. He can't. But then we take out all the ones with the skull in it. So if you played any
All of
with
them.
skulls, those cannot be used on the next turn. And they're actually supposed to be face up, so we can
You're
see
supposed
them.
to be faced up, so you can die.
Okay, you're gonna go first this turn.
That scares me.
Crazy.
What's the runaround do?
Run around lets you move back or forward. So you just pick a direction, you go 1 space. There's not a lot of use to going toward the water unless you're going to play like a drag to ship or pull to ship. Because you can pull your own people back 1 space or anyone who's on the space, which is always unfortunate. Programmed? Yes, programmed. That's what I'm calling it.
When it says left or right, does it mean
Player to the left or player to the right?
Literally the player. So if you actually, this game has up to 5 players on it. If you have play left, play right, or shove left, shove right, you can't shove any of the other 2 if you're playing with all of them. You have to do a shove anyone or something like that.
Okay.
Okay, you're first.
Nope, wait. This way?
That one.
Yeah, whichever decide shove right. So you shove Micah. Yeah. Extend the plank.
Oh.
Boo. Micah.
Shove left. I can't.
No, you can't.
you know what?
Shove left.
Yeah.
Oh. Shove anyone.
Shove anyone.
George!
Hooray!
Yeah.
Oh, oh. Being that I know what's happening now, retract the plank.
I feel you win.
I feel I do.
And we have 2 pirates remaining, so Aaron wins the game.
That's okay. My next action would charge.
So,
What if you're on the same plank as someone when you charge?
you just run off.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, that situation, let's throw it here. You're standing here and you play charge as this character, you're just going to do this. And nothing else happens.
Awesome.
So yeah, that is Walk the Plank though.
That's a fun little game.
Exactly. We just played it and I don't even know how short a time.
That was about 12 minutes we're in so far. So, and we spent what, 2 minutes in the setup?
Yeah.
So 10
Yeah.
minutes to play. That's not bad.
Yeah, not bad. Definitely can play between games if you're playing another game with, like, you have a large group of people. We've run into this with games like Bang with a large group where some people get out of the game early.
Mm-hmm.
Great game to play in the background.
Yep.
Because you can pull people in real quick.
When the game needs to end, everyone can just play aggressive and suicide.
Yeah, this game can be really aggressively played, like we kind of did right there, where we're shoving constantly and charging forward, which I find a lot of fun because you end up doing just stupid things like cutting the plank out from under yourself.
Right.
Once in a while we'll get with people who play a lot of the charge back to the boat and, try to escape. Game lasts a little longer in those cases.
A whole 7 minutes?
Yes. But if you have 5 people and that's happening, you still shove each other around so quick. It's still
Right.
a lot of fun. And it's good with 3 people. It's best with at least 3 people. 2 people is not as much fun. But it's definitely good with 3 people. You can play with kids pretty easily. I mean, the rules are simple. And it's silly enough that it's just fun. We've also played with a variant, which isn't really in the rules, I don't believe, where you just pick 3 cards at random and that's what you play, so you don't even know what you're doing.
That could be fun too.
It can be. It really can be, because then it's just you're watching your characters do stupid things and you don't know why they're doing it. And granted, I find it less aggressive than I normally play.
I
Less
can believe that.
slightly dangerous for my own players, but yeah.
No.
So I like the game. I think it's
I
good.
give it 2 thumbs up. This is fun. So, yeah, go see if you can find Walk the Plank.
Walk the plank. Good
All
game.
right.
Yeah.